Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Another quick video here, but I just had to post it after a U.S. congressman, during what appeared to be just an otherwise routine House of Representatives hearing, took a very strange turn by shocking the audience and the panel that he was speaking to by posing a question to a NASA scientist and asking him if the planet Mars had once been home to an ancient civilization. So I want you to check this out. Listen to the congressman, who you can tell is probably a fan of channels like mine because he's been doing his research and he really wants to put this scientist on the spot, and listen to the reaction from this smug NASA scientist. Well, check this out.
One last thought. I would hope that, again, I think the moon is close by, and whatever we can actually get a benefit out of going back there, we should. Before you take the next step. However, the most important thing was, if Mars, can I ask permission for 1 minute for this question? And that is, you have indicated that Mars was totally different thousands of years ago. Is it possible that there was a civilization on Mars thousands of years ago?
So the evidence is that Mars was different billions of years ago, not thousands of years ago.
Well, yes.
There is no evidence that I'm aware of that.
Would you rule that out? That, see, there's some people. Well, anyway.
I would say that is extremely unlikely.
Okay. Well, thank you all. Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks for the good job you're doing. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Rohrbacher. Looking forward to finding out what's up there. That's for sure.
All right, so how is that for an exciting day in yet another everyday boring hearing in the House of Representatives, where this odd exchange occurred during a meeting of the House Committee of Science, Space, and Technology after scientist Ken Farley detailed plans for the space agency's next Mars rover mission. So the congressman was basically responding to Farley's testimony that Mars appears to have once possessed a vast amount of water in its distant past. After which, Representative Dana Rohrbacher of California posed this very straightforward question, and alluding to the fact that the scientist spoke about how Mars was very different millions of years ago, or thousands of years ago as the congressman put it. And if you watch again towards the end of the congressman speaking, you can actually hear that he wants to go further, but he stops himself after he says, well, because there's some people, and then he just stops speaking. What he was going to say there is that there are some people, including those of us here on the channel and other researchers who've taken a good hard look at Mars and noticed all of the anomalous structures, the ruins, the monoliths, the ancient creatures, the skulls, the UFOs flying above the surface, the strange lights appearing, and yes, even the water, the liquid that's been seen on the surface, all of which points to an ancient civilization once existing on Mars. And you really kind of get an idea of the arrogance that some of these scientists with NASA, and NASA as a whole, who believe that they are better, they're holier than thou, and who can plain look you in the face, or in this case, a U.S. congressman, and with that smug smile and stupid little laugh, deny that there is any evidence whatsoever that there was once an ancient civilization on Mars. And you can tell to the scientists, and really a lot of the people around in the chamber, that this is just a joke. Everyone puts on a smile and says, oh, well, here's the old kook asking whether there was an alien civilization on Mars. And so the scientist, who obviously thought it was amusing, gave him the typical NASA never a straight answer response, to which I don't believe the congressman bought for a single second. Whatever this congressman has been reading or listening to, hopefully he might be a fan of my channel, who knows. Whatever research he's been doing, good on him. He's been looking in the right direction and obviously sees a lot of the same stuff that we've seen and spoke about on this channel. All right, you know, whether you believe that there are these ancient ruins on Mars in the footage we've displayed on the channel in the past or not, I highly doubt that if you look at all the evidence, you look at the structures, you look at the monoliths, not only on Mars, but on the moons of Mars, to which even Buzz Aldrin, the Apollo astronaut and moonwalker, spoke about once. You look at the Cydonia region, where we have the famous pyramids and face on Mars. And you look at the fact that probably millions of years ago, Mars was very much like Earth, had flowing oceans and atmosphere before something wiped it out. And to this day, we continue to see strange activity on the Mars rover imagery. So, in my mind, it's undeniable, and I have a lot of respect for any congressman, doesn't matter on what political side, who had the balls to put this scientist on Front Street and at least ask the question, probably knowing that he wasn't going to get a straight answer. But I think that this goes to show that it's not just your normal, average, everyday Joes who are researching into these topics, but it's seeping into the mainstream. We now have congressmen who are asking these questions that were once only asked on channels like ours, to which we were called conspiracy theorists for doing so. So I think it's a good day, and I commend this congressman for doing it. So give me your guys' opinion on this clip, and let me know what you think, and stay tuned, because I've got a lot more coming, and we will continue this fight for disclosure, one clip, one piece of evidence at a time. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you all back in just a bit.